What up gamers, Fenter here, and welcome to my first impressions of the ninth card set for Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, and that is Revenants of Azvaldt. So Azvaldt is Batman from the original game where, if you don't know, it's got this prison aesthetic where you got cards that are like convicts, prisoners, and wardens. And when it comes to my time back in the first game with these cards, I really don't remember much just because I don't think I was able to build a full proper deck using them. Like I was still in the process of making a deck using those cards, and I don't believe I've ever like finished one. Like I wanted to make one based on the Portalcraft legendary card where he had a mask and a rifle because I thought he looked pretty cool. I think I might have done it, but I don't really remember much of me playing that deck. I do have the wallpaper. I think I got the legendary card of him. But yeah, I thought he was pretty cool. I also thought that one character that looks like Esperanza that has like the mask on her, I thought she was pretty cool to look at as well. But yeah, I guess if I don't have much experience back then with this card set, I guess now I can do it here in Worlds Beyond. So yeah, we'll first take a look at their trailer, and then afterward we'll get a first look into their cards, which should be out by now, by the way. So here we go, man. Let's watch. Side games. Shadowverse, Worlds Beyond. Let's see, man.
Crimes come in many forms. Someday, I'll be judged for mine.
Yeah, that's the guy, right?
Not by
From the
you.
Portalcraft? I think he was the convict.
The walls that tried to obstruct.
Oh, it's the
our
pirate girl.
freedom.
Yeah, I forgot about her. I have her wallpaper too. Got the leader card.
Shackles that hoped to bind us
Oh, I remember her too.
have become nothing
Oh, this guy. This is the
more
neutral guy, I think.
than rubble in my wake.
He had a gimmick to him.
Now it's all
Over. How pathetic.
Oh, that's him. That's the one. Oh yeah, these guys. Yeah, are they back?
Worthless scum. And gaze.
Oh, that's her. That's the one I was talking about where she had a mask on. I thought she was pretty cool.
And repent. Perhaps some punishment would pierce
Oh, is that the guy? That's him.
worthless skull.
With the rifle.
The time for recompense is at
Oh, is that
hand.
him? I saw like the silhouette. That was him.
Now pay
But his
for
mask
your
broke.
crimes.
That's his actual face? I don't remember if I've ever seen his face before. That's pretty cool. You got the
Shadowverse,
unmasked version of him.
Worlds Beyond. Revenants of Azvaldt.
That's cool, man. I want to build a deck based on him.
Know your crimes.
And yep, should be out
Convict.
by now. Alright, now let's take a look at their cards for the Revenants of Azvaldt. So here's the page to do so. So yeah, we got, are these leader tickets? Yeah, we got the leaders here. We got Magachio and Barbaros. Is that the one that we saw before? I don't remember. I feel like we've seen her in like a previous card set, like in Worlds Beyond. I don't know if I'm just getting them mixed up or something, but I feel like I've seen her before in like another card set, like in this game. But yeah, Barbaros, man, I think she's also a leader too. So does that mean I need to get her? I need to get her again, man. I got her back in the first game, but I guess I gotta go get her again if I want that leader again. There's some animated cards as well. Okay, so here we go, man. Here's the cards. So yeah, I want to give a disclaimer. I'm coming at this as a casual player. I'm not like a sweaty player or anything like that. I just play a lot of Shadowverse, and that's pretty much my experience into this. So with that said, let's get into it. Starting from left to right here. So we'll begin with Forestcraft. We got the Sprouting Initiate. Combo 3, draw a card. 1 cost, attack and defense. Also has Rush. Okay, interesting. We got the Jungle Youth. 7 cost, 10 attack and 8 defense. It's got Intimidate. Okay, feels like a very powerful card. Pretty much like your Dragon, but a bit more beefier and more costly. Okay. Trap in the Woods. 3 cost Amulet. Whenever an enemy follower enters the field, destroy it and discard. Okay, wow. I don't know why this feels like I know there's probably other cards like this, but it kind of feels like an actual like trap card from Yu-Gi-Oh. Like you know like how you have like the Sakuretsu armor when like the enemy attacks you, you play that and the enemy is destroyed. It kind of feels like that way to me. Oh no, I see the fairy here. I feel bad for it. Are the fairies gonna go here and get snatched up? It feels kind of sad. Okay. We get the Leaf Shadow Assassin, 2 cost attack and defense. Fanfare, add a fairy to your hand, combo 3, give it Bane. Ooh. That sounds pretty good. I mean, because fairies have rush, an innate rush, so you give it Bane, that's pretty good in my opinion. Primate's Plotters, 3 cost, attack and defense. Fanfare, add an exact copy of a random card in your opponent's hand to your hand without revealing it, and then do it again when you involve it. I don't know how I feel about this. I just don't like randomness to my effects. So you might get a good card, you might get a bad card. But yeah, um, I'm not sure if that's gonna play with the gimmick of this whole thing, like the whole play style here. We got the Verdant Ring Kindred, 2 cost spell. Select the mode to activate. Combo 3, activate them all instead. So you can either deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower, or add a Deep Wood Bounty and Fairy to your hand. And this one, what does it do again? Restore 1 defense to your leader. Okay, I mean, it seems pretty okay. I feel like the combo is what you definitely want to do. I think, yeah, it seems like a good card, like an okay card in my opinion. We got the Virid Lieutenant, 2 cost, 1 attack and 3 defense. Fanfare combo 3, draw 2 cards, evolve, select another allied follower on the field, and give it 1 attack and defense and rush. Okay. I mean, it sounds okay. You definitely want to pull out that combo whenever you can. So like by turn, like what? Like turn 5 or 4, you can maybe pull that off, maybe. Okay. Crimson Incense, 4 cost spell, activates in hand. At the end of your turn, combo 3, reduce the cost of this card by 1. Select an enemy follower in the field and destroy it, draw a card. That sounds pretty good, in my opinion. Like combo 3, you reduce the cost, it can be free as well if you wait long enough. I think that's pretty good, and you draw 2 cards from it as well. And then we got Magachio, Aromatic Convict, 3 cost, 2 attack and defense. Fanfare, select an enemy follower in the field and deal it 4 damage, combo 3, deal damage to all enemy followers instead. And then if you super evolve, give this follower Storm. Okay. Seems pretty good for the cost and also the effect as well with the super evolve. I think it seems pretty okay and good. And then we got High-End Redolent Revenant, 9 costs for attack and defense. Activates in hand. Whenever you play a card, reduce the cost of this card by 1 until the end of the turn. Okay, interesting. So this is definitely another like combo like card. Fanfare. Select an enemy follower in the field and deal it 4 damage. Last words. You summon it again? Oh wait, this guy just keeps on coming back. I think I like this guy. I like I like it when you have the last words like Mordecai. This is pretty much like the Forest Craft version of Mordecai here. Oh wow. I feel like I might like this guy a lot then because of that. But yeah, okay. So far, it seems very combo heavy. A very it's definitely meant to be played with combo cards. I think this is probably going to be a good addition to that to make you have more options. Um, really curious to see how annoying this guy might be, because like the only way you can get rid of him is by banishing him. But yeah, he's just gonna keep on like summoning himself, man. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I feel like I think this is pretty much like gonna be my favorite card just because it's got that Mordecai effect. Like Mordecai, if you don't know, that is my favorite Shadowverse card. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, overall, it seems pretty okay, pretty good. I think it's gonna pair well with like the existing combo cards. Now I haven't played much of the Fairycraft combo cards in itself, but like you know from like what I played back then from it, I thought it was pretty okay and pretty good. So yeah, I think this will be a good addition to that. It just pretty much feels like an expansion to maybe those existing cards. But yeah, I think overall it looks pretty good. Alright, next up is Swordcraft here. Oh yes, we got the pirates back, right? The Open Sea Scout, 2 costs, attack, and 1 defense. So fanfare, summon a Dread Pirate's flag, which we do have here. Amulets, countdown 7. Whenever you play a spell, advance this amulet's count by 1. Last words, deal 2 damage to the enemy leader. Okay. It's a long countdown as well. But you know, you gotta play spells. So like, you definitely want to maybe play those like gilded cards. Oh yeah, gilded over here. When you evolve, you add the gilded boots to your hand. Or like maybe those glittering gold cards. Okay. Very interesting. I'm guessing that's what this whole thing is going to be about. It's just summoning those things. We got a Kindred Cavalry Woman. We got 5 attack and defense Russian Ward. So higher stats than usual. And it's got a Russian award. I think it's pretty okay. Nothing like too special though about it. We get the Phalanx. 2-cost spell, summon a steel-clad knight and give it ward. Enhance 6, summon 5 instead. That Enhance 6 sounds pretty great as well for like a rally. It sounds pretty good. And I'm guessing that they all have ward. So like not only like one knight. Seems good for like a rally type thing. I think it's pretty okay. Next up we got a Whirlpool Gunner. 3 costs and attack and 1 defense. Fanfare, summon a Dread Pirate's flag and add a goblet to your hand. That's what we got last time, right? The goblets. So what did the other one have? Oh, the boots. Okay. So this one has the goblet. Then you rush. Okay. Ferocious Commander. 5 costs. I like the design on him. For attack and defense, Fanfare, summon 2 copies of Steelclad Knight. Enhance 7, give them and this follower 3 attack and rush. Also another great candidate for a rally deck. I think that's pretty cool. Okay. Severed Ties, 3-cost spell. Select an enemy follower in the field and deal it 5 damage. If this card's cost is 3, add a Severed Ties to your hand and set its cost to 1. Okay, so you add itself again, but this time it's a 1 cost. Okay, so you pretty much like you get it back. At first I thought it might be like, you know, back in Runecraft where they had those cost changing cards. But no, I think it's just like, you know, you get to use it like 2 times. I don't think there's like a cost manipulation here. Okay. Yeah, very interesting. So you can play it like 2 times. I think that sounds pretty okay and good. And that's pretty good as well for the for the pirate flag. That's pretty good. You can like make it count down. Oh, I see the I just realized this is the that's her over there, Barbaros. Okay. So it's meant to be played with the flag. It's definitely meant for it. Like even in the aesthetically as well. Rough Water First Mate, 5 cost, 3 attack and defense, Fanfare. Select an enemy follower in the field and deal it 3 damage. Summon a Dread Pirate's flag. I'm kind of curious, so yeah, this might like really clog up the board, just depending on how much of these flags you got. I'm kind of curious just how the followers will be on the field, like how much you really summon. Because there's like a lot of these guys. Like maybe it's not that much. Like let me just see so far. So we got 1, 2, and I guess this is 3. Maybe it's not that bad. Yeah, it's only like 3 cards, so you can have like a total of 9. Okay, or 12. You got another one of this. You got Lage or Dior, 4-cost spell. Summon a Dread Pirate's flag, deal 2 damage to all enemy followers, summon 2 instead. Dang. Well, there you go. You got 15. Deal 4 damage instead. Like, yeah, I'm sure you won't be able to always do the enhance and stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of pirate flags with the countdown that feels very high. I'm just kind of curious about how much will this clog up the board. I think I need to see this in action for me to really know how this will go. And then we got Barbaros, Rebellious Convict. Fanfare, summon a Dread Pirate's flag. Oh yeah, also 7 costs for attack and 3 defense. Advance the counts of all allied copies of Dread Pirate's flag on the field by 5. Okay, so that's how you do it with her. And she has Storm as well, which is pretty great. So you definitely want to have like multiple copies of her if you really want to like make use of this. Okay, yeah, very interesting. So yeah, a lot of like effect damage. You definitely want to make use of this Dread Pirate's flag. Okay, and then we got Beltazor, Valorous Revenant, 10 cost, very expensive. 2 attack and 12 defense? Then it's got all these keywords here. Storm, Bane, Ward, Aura. Can attack 3 times per turn. So he's kind of like that one guy from Apocalypse Pact. Like the one from Bloodcraft. But you don't need to super evolve him to attack 3 times. But he's got a very low attack though, as well. And also, you know, yeah, it's very curious. I feel like I don't know what to say about this guy. I feel like he's really expensive. Like, yeah, if you evolve him, you can deal 12 damage to the face. But if there's ward people there, I mean, you can like take them down with the Bane as well. And you can attack like 2 more times. But if you super evolve, that can be like 15 damage, right? To the face. I think this guy might be cool. It's just I'm really worried about the cost of this guy. I feel like you definitely want to I think you definitely want to evolve this guy if you want to make the most out of his attack. Because he has a very low attack. I feel like he is meant to like really just super evolve or evolve so that you can deal massive damage to the face. I feel like this guy might just be like a 1 copy in a deck. I don't see myself like having multiple copies of this guy because, you know, I feel like I'd rather play other cards. This guy might be more of a finisher type guy. Okay. The overall, I think it's a really cool concept with the pirate flag. I think I need to see it in action though, for me to really maybe say if it's good or not. It does sound good. I can see like where they're trying to go for this. But I do want to see it in action because I'm kind of like scared of like just clogging up my field. Because yeah, there's like a lot of ways to summon that flag, but like I feel like the countdown kind of feels like really high. And so yeah, like if I don't have like other cards to like advance that countdown, like what you see maybe a lot in Havencraft, then yeah, I'm kind of curious just how that feels in general. So yeah, that's pretty much my take on this. I do want to see the flags in action like that. Anyways, next up, we got Runecraft here. Obsessed test subject, 2 costs, attack and defense. When this follower enters the field, if at least 5 other allied copies of itself have entered the field to smash, and give it 3 attack and defense. So, okay, it's got rush as well. I'm guessing there'll be many ways to summon this guy then. Okay. Key Spirit, 7 costs for attack and 3 defense. Fanfare. Select an enemy follower in the field and deal it 7 damage. Deal 4 damage to the enemy leader. Evolve. Select a card in your hand with on spell boost and spell boosted 4 times. It does seem pretty good, but at the same time, it's also like very expensive. I just hope that you know, it's good for like, you know, late game, like 7 costs. Probably for like, you know, like during turn 7. Do you think that's worth it still? Like it does sound good, but especially with the spell boost, man, it does sound pretty good. But like, you know, maybe at that point you might run out of the evolution points, and you might have to resort to the super evolve, where maybe you want to super evolve someone else instead. So this one I'm kind of like mixed about, maybe more on the negative side. But yeah, miscalculated experiment, 1 cost spell, add 3 copies of truth summons to your hand. Interesting. That sounds really good. I mean, you know, just to have like a spell to play that you can spell boost. And then also like you got the clay golems as well. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm kind of curious like what this deck is about. Enamored Researcher. Oh, look at him. His design. 4 cost, 1 attack and defense. Fanfare, summon 2 copies of this. Enhance A, summon 3 copies instead and give them ward. Interesting. Evolve, select one of these guys and give it Bane. Sounds pretty good for like the for the whole playstyle that it's trying to go for. So I think that's pretty good on itself. Noble Philosopher, 3 attack to 3 cost 2 attack and 3 defense. Fanfare, return your hand to your deck, draw X cards. X is the number of cards you return. So it's pretty much a redraw. I mean, I feel like I'd rather like have those cards where you choose 1 card in your hand and return it to your deck, then draw 1 card. I feel like I'd rather have that instead because you might want to keep the other card, so this feels extremely situational in my opinion. I'm not sure if I like this or not. I feel more on the negative side. We got Humane Love, 3 cost spell. Summon the test subject and give it 1 attack. Then you add 1 to your hand and give it 1 attack. Okay, sounds pretty good to me. Very straightforward. A Static Scholar, 5 cost, 2 attack and 3 defense. Fuse, just cards in general. Fanfare, draw 2 cards. Summon an Obsessed test subject. Super Evolve, if you fuse to this card, select one of the test subjects and give it Drain. It sounds pretty. I mean, it's a good card. It's a draw, and also you summon this guy. And this guy, it's like when this enters the field, right? Yeah. And it gets this effect. This might be fun. I do like this, like these cards so far. Obsidian Raven, 5 cost spell. Summon a test subject. Do this 2 times. Deal 7 damage to a random enemy follower. That sounds pretty good as well, in my opinion. 7 damage is a lot. It is random, so it might like choose like a fairy over like something more beefier, like more defense. But yeah, it sounds pretty good, in my opinion. And then like if you get that thing here to get going, you can also have like a big follower to attack with. And there she is, Sephi, Maven Convict. 7 cost, 4 attack and defense. Fuse cards. Whenever you fuse to this card, spend 2 play points to summon a test subject. Okay, wow, interesting. So you can also like do it that way to spend your play points as well. Fanfare, summon 2 copies of the test subject. Super Evolve, gain this crest, where once on each of your turns, when an allied test subject enters the field, give it Storm. Wow. I mean, yeah, if there's like a consistent way to summon these guys, like this might be a very powerful like deck to play. This might be very fun. And we got finally Cleansing Revenant. 10 cost, 4 attack and 6 defense on spell boost. Reduce the cost of this card by 1. So a Bane Ward in Aura. Okay, very straightforward. I mean, yeah, it's definitely good because of the spell boost. But if it didn't have that, it seems like a bad card. But yeah, because of the spell boost, it does seem good. So wait, these cards, I remember back in the first game, they also like had these like monstrous looking cards. Are these the ones? I noticed that these secondary legendaries, like the convicts would normally be humans, and then there would be like this monster counterpart to them, which I'm guessing are like the, I don't know, like the wardens or something. So do they have that in this game? So hold on, Shadowverse. Yeah, I'm at the original card set here, so let me go to Runecraft. Oh yeah, so like before they had like the more monstrous counterparts I'm looking at right now on my phone. So they had Simiel, Cleansing Enforcer, but I'm guessing this is the new version where it does have a similar color pattern to it. Okay, very interesting. What about if you evolve it? Does it turn into the monster? No, it doesn't. But yeah, I remember that. I'll try to keep that in mind now. Interesting to see if any of those monster cards like carry over from back then. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, overall, it does seem very powerful. There does seem to be a lot of ways to summon these test subjects, kind of like with the Dread Pirates, so I do want to see this in play. I feel like, for me, this seems better, follower-wise. Because yeah, just summoning this guy is not a bad idea at all. Like, you definitely want to get like this on the field, because it's got the rush, it's got the beefy attack and defense. So yeah, not a bad card to always play and summon on the field. You definitely want to do that. Okay, voice is gaming out, and we're just almost halfway there. Alright, Ripperclaw Thief on Dragoncraft now. 1 attack, cost and defense. Fanfare. If an allied follower attacked a leader on your last turn, give this follower Storm. Okay. Last words, Put one into your hand and remove the last words. Okay, interesting. Cave Dragon, 5 cost and attack and 3 defense. If you're an overflow, evolve this follower. Ambush. Okay, interesting. Not sure how I feel about this. I'm not sure if this plays with the gimmick or playstyle of this class here. Drake Whelp's Tantrum, 1 cost spell. Summon a fire Drake Whelp, which is this. Enhance 3. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower. It seems okay. Alright. High Spirited Marauder, 2 cost, 1 attack and 2 defense. Storm. If an allied follower attacked the leader on your last turn, give this follower 1 attack until the end of the turn. So this is more of a... It sounds like a really aggro, like, deck. Like, you just want to attack, like, right away to the face, and then based on, like, if you attack the leader on your last turn, then you get additional effects like this. Okay. And yeah, this one doesn't have Storm, right? It only gets it when... if the enemy leader was attacked. Okay. Interesting. Dragonfolk Butler. 8 cost, 6 attack, and 9 defense. Look at this guy, man. Fanfare. Restore 3 defense to your leader, recover 3 play points. Nice. Evolve. Select another allied follower in the field, and give it 3 attack and defense. Dang. That sounds pretty good, man. That's pretty much like a super evolve. Now just imagine using this, and in combo with this, and then if you can get that strike going, like what? So this would be like 2 attack from the strike, and then 5 from the other guy. So yeah, you can do 5 to the face if you like play this, and then you play this, and then, you know, maybe this as well. So you could, that can maybe 6 damage to the face, man. Parting Jaws, 3 cost spell. Select 2 cards in your hand and discard them. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower and the enemy leader. Okay, seems pretty okay for like a discard card. Barren Earth Tyrant, 5 cost follower for attack and defense. Fanfare, do this 1 time. Deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. If an allied follower attacked the enemy leader on your last turn, do it 2 times instead. Okay, and that's the Fanfare effect. Evolve, summon this guy here. Interesting. So is this guy going to be the main one to attack the leader, I'm guessing? I just realized this will be kind of bad for like a Ward Haven like matchup, right? Because then that pretty much prevents you from attacking the leader if they have Ward on. Artiglio, 2 cost spell. Deal 3 damage split between all enemy followers. If an allied follower attacked a leader on your last turn, deal 6 damage instead. Okay, straightforward. Sounds pretty... it sounds pretty okay and good. Antimaria, Piercing Convict, 7 cost, follower, 6 attack and 5 defense. Fanfare, if an allied follower attacked a leader on your last turn, give this follower Storm. It has a rush, and also ignores ward. Okay. You definitely want to get that Fanfare going so that you can attack directly, because then you can also ignore ward. That sounds pretty good. A good counter to the Ward Haven, but would that be enough though? I don't know. Normagdala? Ravening Revenants. 7 cost, follower, 5 attack and 6 defense. It's pretty much like the flip of this one with the attack and defense. Same cost though. Fanfare, select the mode to activate, draw 1 card, restore 3 defense to your leader. Give all enemy followers in the field minus 0 attack and minus 4 defense. That secondary one sounds pretty good as well. Evolve, you replicate the Fanfare. I do like that secondary effect, like doing that to all enemy followers with the defense. That sounds pretty good. Now let me see something. So can I see, where is the, like, because I still have it on my yeah, on my phone here when it comes to the, like, the previous, like, monster type, like the secondary legendary types here. We got Draziel, Ravening Enforcer. So yeah, they pretty much like take the name over here, but then they change this to Revenant and not Enforcer. Okay. I mean, it also kind of looks like yeah, pretty much like the way these cards are designed. They kind of look like the human versions of the enforcers. Because yeah, I can see like some of the what's being carried over from the enforcers to the revenants here. Okay, so that's gonna be like what I'm going to assume is that they're pretty much like based on the enforcer designs, just in human form. It seems. Okay, so yeah, there you have it. Um, really curious to see how this plays out. Pretty much like you wanna keep on attacking the face. I don't know if like this guy is pretty much enough to attack the face to activate the other stuff. I don't remember like other Dragoncraft cards where maybe they also have Storm. If they do have it, then maybe this could be really good. I just don't have enough knowledge of that. uh, but yeah, if they have like enough cards where they can attack the enemy leader's face, then I think this will work very well. I just don't know much about the other Dragoncraft cards or like remember it. But yeah, if they do have it, I think it's a pretty good deck. I'm kind of curious how this will go against Wardhaven because I think that's the only one that feels like it's going to be a hard time to go up against. Like, yeah, you have one here where you can ignore the ward with her, but like it's only like one card. So I'm kind of curious how this will go when it comes to that. I feel like Wardhaven might be a no-go, even if you can have one card that ignores ward. Anyways, next up is Abysscraft. We got a Ruthless Blitzer to attack, cost, and defense. Fanfare, deal 2 damage to both leaders. Straightforward. Okay. Netherworld Lieutenant. I remember this guy. I did play the Shadowcraft cards of the Azvaldt decks, I think, back then. So yeah, I guess I did play these cards before. It's just I wanted to make the Portalcraft version. I forgot I also used the Shadowcraft cards back then. But this guy would be part of the Shadowcraft cards. 2 cost follower, 1 attack and defense. Last words, summon itself and give it that 1 attack and rush. Remove last word. Sounds pretty cool. I do like that a lot. We've got a spooky surprise. 4 cost spell, summon a ghost and rotting zombie. Okay, interesting. Void Kernel. 6 cost. Follower. 4 attack and 6 defense. Ward. Last word, destroy a random enemy follower. Restore 2 defense to your leader. And then if you can also crystallize it to also do a countdown of 4 and summon itself. Okay. Interesting. So is this going to be a last word cards here? I do miss the last word stuff back in Shadowverse 1. Like that was one of my main cards to play. It's like a last word deck. Sparkling Demoness. 7 cost follower, an attack and defense. Fanfare, select an enemy follower in the field and destroy it. Deal 2 damage to the enemy leader. Fanfare sounds powerful, but like it's also very expensive. Because yeah, if you play this on turn 7, hopefully there's like not other cards on the field that you might go up against. But at the same time, you got a very beefy follower. And you also deal damage to an enemy leader, so that's pretty good as well. I don't know, this one also mixed on. Chains of the Past. 2 cost spell. Just do this 1 time. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower. Deal 1 damage to both leaders. Henceforth, do it 2 times instead. So yeah, a lot of like just damaging the leaders, like more so on the enemy side than the player, like yourself, pretty much. Okay. Rampaging Commander. 6 cost follower, 3 attack and defense, fanfare. Select 3 damage, or deal 3 damage to all enemy followers. Deal 3 damage to both leaders. Super Evolve, draw 2 cards. Deal 1 damage to both leaders. Now, I'm kind of curious how, like, how this will go. Because, like, it's pretty much, there's so many, like, damaging yourself and the enemy leader. I'm just wondering if, like, you'll be able to beat the enemy first before you might take yourself down. That's what I'm kind of curious about. I would imagine you would need like a lot of like draining cards as well to counter all this. Okay. But yeah, Super Evolve, drawing 2 cards sounds pretty good as well. Reaper's Due, 2 cost spell. Select an allied follower on the field and give it last word, summon a copy of this card. Ooh. And does the last words carry over? Does it become like Mordecai now? So can I make any card like Mordecai? I'm kind of curious about this card. I don't know if they removed the last words from it, because like it doesn't sound like this. No, not this. This card here where you summon itself, but then you remove the last words from it. So with this card, can you make any card like Mordecai? Dang. I'm kind of curious about that, man. That sounds really great if that's the case. I love Mordecai mainly because of his effect and also like his design, his character design. Dang, dude. I don't know. This might get me really hype for Abysscraft here. I feel like I'll be playing Mordecai again. Okay. Now, yeah, just imagine this too. Wait, you play this, and then also this as well. So you'll be like summoning like another copy of this, right? Wait, hold on. Which last words would happen first? This guy or the other one? Or I don't know. I guess like both would happen where one would keep the last words, but the other one would remove it. I'm kind of curious on this guy now. This seems really fun. I need to play the game. I need to play this deck. I want to see how this goes. So now we got is Tendet versus I think that's new, right? Versus Metiliket. 7 cost follower, 3 attack and defense. I think normally like they would have the and in its name, right? Not versus. I think that's new. That's pretty cool. Fanfare, do this 3 times. Reanimate 2, deal 2 damage to all enemy followers. Super Evolve, gain the crest, where at the end of your turn, if there's an allied card in the field with last words, destroy a random allied card with last words and a random enemy follower. That's pretty good too, because then like if you play this one, like you pretty much don't lose the card. Dude, I'm really excited for this Abysscraft deck. This might be my favorite one, because it is bringing me back to Mordecai, man. It's like the closest thing so far, maybe other than Varsaraga from that Skybound Dragon thing. Alright. Wait, this one? This might be really cool, man. And then Reanimate too. I think I might like this deck a lot. This might be my favorite so far. Like, my favorite class so far in the set. Gyaradeath versus Zeth. 8 cost follower, and attack and defense activates in hand. At the end of your turn, if your leader's defense is 12 or less, reduce the cost of this card by 1. Fanfare, select the mode to activate, give this follower Storm, deal 2 damage to your leader, or give this follower Ward, deal 8 damage to all enemy followers. Okay, this one sounds pretty good as well. Oh yeah, I'm like thinking about it. I'm kind of curious just how you would manage like the health system overall within this deck, but I'm sure you can manage with that. I just realized something. Just imagine now, like, I think there was also that other card in that Skybound Dragon thing, that one card set, where like you can make other cards evolve, like unevolved followers can evolve when you play that card, that 6 cost follower card. Now just imagine with this one, I think you'll be able to do it. Wow, dude. Oh yeah, that sounds pretty cool, man. I think overall this might be my favorite when it comes to the playstyle. I think my favorite Abysscraft cards yet in all the card sets, just because this is pretty much what I play back in Shadowverse 1. Like, it will be one of my main decks to play. Oh wow. So yeah, I am looking forward to this, man. This seems to be a very good set of cards, in my opinion, if I can make it work. I'm not sure how this will actually work in, in gameplay, like if it'll be good as I thought it might be, but it is going to at least play to like my preferred playstyle, in my opinion. Next up is Havencraft. We got Follower of the Tenants, 2 cost follower, and attack and defense ward. During your turn, whenever your leader's defense is restored, evolve this follower, and it's also ward as well, which works pretty well with the ward, with the ward Haven cards. Okay, great. Sounds like a really good card as well. Periton, 6 cost follower, 3 attack and 4 defense. Fanfare summon 2 copies of itself and rush. Interesting. I mean, I think that sounds pretty good with the fanfare in itself. I think better than like some of the other, like maybe I guess cards that don't really relate to the playstyle of the overall set. I'm assuming this doesn't play with like, with these cards here. We got Roaring, Basilica, 2 cost amulet, countdown 3. Last word, summon a Holy Flame Tiger, which is this. It's got Rush. Deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. Engage 3. Advance the amulet's countdown by 5. So you can play this on turn 5. Summon this tiger like right away, pretty much. And also deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. Seems okay for the amulets as well. Agents of the Testaments. 3 cost follower, 1 attack and 4 defense. Fanfare. Give this follower ambush until the end of your opponent's turn. At the end of your turn, restore 1 defense to your leader, which is pretty great for the follower of the tenants. Nice, that's pretty good. Miraculous Almirage. 3 costs follower, 2 attack and 1 defense. Crystallize. Also it has Storm, but Crystallize. Countdown 3. Summon itself. Engage 1. Advance this amulet's countdown by 1. Okay, I mean, seems pretty okay. The Crystallize effect is, I feel like, is going to be the main part of this card. Vow of Devotion, 1 cost spell. Select the mode to activate. If there's an allied card in the field with a base cost of 6 or more, activate them all instead. Which we deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower and restore 2 defense to your leader. So wait, if there's an allied follower card on the field with a base cost of 6 or more, you can do all of it. Okay. I mean, the effects are not that powerful, but it is a 1 cost spell. It's very situational. You definitely want to use this. Like if you have a 6 cost card on the field. But yeah, we'll see how good this is. I mean, it seems okay for like, the first few rounds. But then later on, like you gotta make sure you have a 6 cost card or more. We've got the Executor of the Vow. 7 cost follower, 6 attack and defense. Fanfare, restore 2 defense to your leader. Ward. So hold on, can I say something really quick? So how does this work again with the follower? It's whenever your leader's defense is restored. So it's got to be on the field. Okay, not like if you've been healed this turn. Just want to make sure I understand like how it goes. But Ward, during your turn, whenever your leader's defense is restored, destroy a random enemy follower? Wait, this card is kind of crazy. Wait, so wait, this card actually is a lot more powerful now. You just play this. I mean, screw this. You just play this, and then you can destroy a random enemy follower. Wow. Then Super Evolve, you do it again. Of the Fanfare. This card is pretty powerful. Wow. Well, this one's really good. And it's not even a legendary card. Juratio, or Shio. Is it Juratio? 6 cost amulet, destroy all followers. Engage 1, destroy this card, draw 1 card, restore 1 defense to your leader. Dude, this card so far is the ace, but now we're about to get to the legendary cards here. We'll see how powerful they are. Eralde, Signet, Convict, 6 cost follower, attack and defense. Fanfare, select an enemy follower in the field and destroy it. Evolve, gain the crest where, at the end of your turn, if there's an allied card in the field with a base cost of 6 or more, which, could be itself. Deal 1 damage to the enemy leader and restore 1 defense to your leader. Okay. I mean, yeah, a more consistent way because it is a crest of making effect work compared to like, this one. But, just having this in combination of this as well, like it's already powerful, man. Like, dang. Like, there's gonna be a lot of like hard removals with this set of cards. Like, I feel like it's gonna be very annoying if they're able to pull all of this off, man. And this is only a evolve effect as well. Just imagine, man. I feel like this guy might be the one to really carry the the whole deck here, because this is very powerful. Man. Okay. Wait, so far a good a good impression on me. Even got a select an enemy follower on the field and destroy it, which is also like another hard removal. We got Omerio, Winged Revenant, 6 cost follower, 3 attack and 5 defense. Whenever an allied amulet is destroyed, activates an ability in sequence from the following. So first, you deal 3 damage to 2 random enemy followers. 2, restore 2 defense to your leader. And 3, summon a Holy Falcon, which is this. It's got Storm. Evolve is destroy all allied amulets. See, we've been seeing the crystallize effect in here, so they will definitely play a part with that. Okay. I mean, yeah, seems pretty okay. Nothing like too fancy, in my opinion. But dude, I'm really curious about this. Like these two here, like especially this guy. This guy's like really powerful, man. This guy might really carry like a lot of battles, maybe just because it is a hard removal. Anyways, yeah, there you have it. I think, yeah, I think I already give my impression. If you can make this guy work, I feel like he's gonna be so annoying. Like he can maybe ruin a lot of boards because of this effect here. If you can get like the healing going, and just imagine the future here too. Like, I feel like this guy might be used a lot in the future as well, in my opinion. But that's just me. That's just coming from a casual gamer. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a sweaty gamer or something. I just play a lot of Shadowverse. Um, so yeah. Anyways, next up here is Portalcraft, which is one of my favorites here overall, other than Abysscraft or Shadowcraft back in the first game. We get the Blue Rust Underling, 1 cost follower, attack and defense. Fanfare, if there are no duplicates in your deck, select an enemy follower in the field and deal 5 damage. Rush. Okay, that's a bit worrisome. I'm not the biggest fan of cards, or like, you know, the whole gimmick, the whole playstyle back in the first game and also this game here, where you gotta have like no duplicate cards in your deck. I am not a big fan of that, because it's like it's so gimmicky and like you just can't really control like your deck. But of course, I'm guessing in return these effects will be very powerful, but are they going to be enough? So I assume the later cards that relate to this is going to be the same thing as well. I mean, we'll see, man. Twin Drone Engineer, 4 cost follower, 3 attack and defense. Fanfare, summon an analyzing artifact. Evolve, replicate the effects of this card's fanfare ability. I haven't played much about, you know, the original artifacts, so it's when this card enters the field, you draw a card. That seems pretty good already. This card here, I think it's good. Dimensional Selection, 6 cost spell. Select the mode to activate. 1, deal 5 damage to all enemy followers. 2, summon 2 copies of Mystic Artifact. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's a very expensive spell card. I feel like the first one might be more valuable. This one will be played probably like yeah, if you want to like, if you don't have like any other option, like no followers, no enemy followers on the field, and you just want to like maybe waste a turn. Ironwork Bodyguard, 4 cost follower, attack and defense. Fanfare, if there are no duplicates, select an enemy follower in the field, deal 4 damage, and restore 4 defense to your leader. And then Ward. I'm still skeptical, man, about the whole duplicate thing, man. The no duplicate cards. Blade Puppeteer, 6 costs, follower for attack and defense. Fanfare, summon and enhance puppets and puppets. Whenever an allied puppetry follower enters the field, deal 1 damage to the enemy leader. This thing is amazing already. This one's already a good card from what I can see. Wow, dude. I think it's good. I do think it is good. Just imagine the other puppets you save in your hand. You just play those. That's more damage to the face. That's pretty great. Disgraceful Banishment. 1 cost spell. Select the card in your hand and discard it. Draw a card. If there are no duplicates in your deck, draw 3 instead. Okay. Steelforged Right Hand. 5 costs follower. 3 attack and defense. Fanfare, select an enemy follower in the field and destroy it. If there are no duplicates in your deck, you just follower Storm. Okay. Soulforge, 4 cost spell. Select an enemy follower in the field and destroy it. If there are no duplicates in your deck, destroy all enemy followers instead. Okay. Cutthroat, Fluxblade Convict. 2 cost follower. Attack and defense, Bane. Evolve, finish all copies of Cutthroat from your deck. Okay, so you're meant to have multiple copies of this guy. Then, if there are no duplicates in your deck, gain the crest where once on each of your turns, when you play a follower, evolve it. Okay. You know what's so funny? I just realized something. Because you know how like in this game, you know how in Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, you can't even vial like, you know, your first 3 copies. I feel like this will be the moment you want to vial your second and third copy of the same card, right? Because if you want to make the effects work the best, then you would want to, you know, maybe make the most out of it. Just if you're only using for the effects, but the no duplicates, you just want to vial them. But yeah, that would have been a more optimal way to now use that from the first game, where you can vial all the cards in your library. Anyways, Izadin, Killshot Revenant, 7 cost follower, 5 attack and defense. No, this is the guy, right? What's his name? I don't think it was Izadin. What the heck? Who is the guy in Puddlecraft? I think it was something different. It was Kierzale, Killshot's Enforcer. Oh, wait a minute. So yeah. Because yeah, that's the one I wanted to make a deck around. So is this guy... So wait, did their names change when they become like, you know, unmasked or human? So the other ones that we saw, the Revenants, because I don't know the lore of this whole thing, I'm guessing they're all like the human forms of like those monstrous cards. Because yeah, that's just pretty much the same guy. He's just not called Kierzale. He just doesn't have a mask anymore, right? Oh look, he becomes Kierzale when he evolves? Oh no, that's the alternate art. So wait, they also have alternate arts too? Did he have that in the other ones? Hold on. Before I like read his effect, I'm just kind of curious. So this guy, no, he doesn't have it. This guy, no. I want to see, man. I'm kind of curious. I kind of like, oh, this one here. Wait, is that that's the one? No, it's the the same thing. Is it only just Kierzale that has it? So yeah, I'm guessing they're the same people. It's just they become human and they get different names. Oh wow. Okay. Well, yeah. That's pretty curious. I mean, yeah, I do want Kierzale, man. That's the one. That's the one I had back in the first game. I prefer the mask over the non-mask version, but at least he still got the rifle. Anyways, back to him. 7 cost follower, 5 attack and defense, fanfare, summon a warden of the trigger. 3 cost follower, attack and defense, has got a ward, last words, restore 2 defense to your leader. So if I remember correctly, like I think you can also evolve it as well, like with Kierzale, or I guess now it's Izadin. Whenever an allied artifact follower enters the field, destroy a random enemy follower. Is this an artifact card? It is. Oh wow. Super evolve, replicate the effects of this fanfare's ability. Okay. I mean, yeah, seems very powerful for the artifact cards. I think I will definitely try to get this guy included with my artifact deck if I can. But yeah, man. And that's pretty much it. I do not know if I like Portalcraft. It's probably the worst one out of all the Portalcraft cards. It's just, I'm guessing this is supposed to be the gimmick here. It's just, if you want to make this whole thing work with the no duplicates, I think you might need to make his thing work somehow. Like, I think you definitely want to use his crest to make the most out of it. But yeah, I don't know if I really like this at all. Um, but yeah, only just Kyrzo that I like, or Izadin. My bad. I say Kyrzo a lot over his new name because it sounds like Fentir, like the tier part. uh, but yeah, man, I feel like really this is the only card that I like, which makes sense. I like this card back in the first game as well. Anyways, and last one is the neutral card. So we got the Jailer of Antiquity. He looks pretty cool. More on the monstrous side, as we saw from before, from the Enforcers. So 6 cost, follower, attack and defense, fanfare, select an enemy follower in the field, and deal like 6 damage. Deal 2 damage to a random unselected follower, enemy follower. Ward, accelerate 1, deal 2 damage to 1 random enemy follower. Seems pretty okay. Like, nothing too crazy about it, in my opinion. Initiation of Rebirth, 2 cost spell, add a random copy of a random allied follower, destroy this match with the highest base cost to your deck without revealing it. Draw a card. Okay, so you get a follower that was destroyed, and you can also draw a card too. Interesting. This might be good with the the one Portalcraft card where if you have a base cost of 5 or more on the field, then some special effect activates, right? Because you can accelerate them like that puppet and the other one. I forgot their names, but yeah, their base cost is 5, and when they get destroyed, you can pretty much get it back with this. It seems pretty good for that, in my opinion. Blade Angel, 7 costs, follower, 6 attack and defense, fanfare. Select 2 other allied followers in the field and give them 3 attack and defense. I don't like this card. It seems very expensive, and you got to make sure you have like other allied followers in the field for this to work. Warden of Selflessness, 5 cost follower, 4 attack and defense, fanfare. Add a Jailer of Antiquity to your hand. Deal X damage to 2 random enemy followers. X is the number of neutral cards in your hand. Well, that's interesting. So like you definitely want more neutral cards then, right? If you want to make the most out of this. Evolve. Recover 1 play point. Okay. So I think with the neutral cards here, you definitely want more neutral cards in your deck then, right? If you want to make the most out of this. I mean, yeah, we'll see. You got an Azvaldt, Penitentiary of Chaos, 8 cost amulet. At the end of your turn, if you played cards with a base cost of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, this match, destroy this card. Then last words, summon a copy of 4 randomly different named allied followers, destroy this match. Give all allied followers on the field 3 attack and defense. Sounds very gimmicky, but also like random too. Like if this was a constant effect, yeah, a constant effect, I think it'll be better. But it's like a one-time thing. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. No, yeah, I'm trying to think. Like yeah, if this was like a crest instead of like a like a 4D effect here, like gain a crest on last words, maybe I will like it. It just feels like there's like a lot of setup in my opinion. Like yeah, maybe I just don't know how to play this deck. Of course, you need to play like those costs over here, 1 to 8. It's just I feel like for this one-time effect, like will this be good enough? I don't know. And then we got Zerial, Sundered Rebirth, 9 cost follower, attack and defense, activates in a deck at the end of your turn. If you played the cards with those 1 to 8 base costs, this match, invoke this card. Fanfare, select an enemy follower in the field and deal it 9 damage. Intimidate. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, the reason why it's 4 on that amulet is because you want room to summon him. Okay. I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think he definitely helps out with that as well. And I think that's pretty much it. Yep. There you go. Okay. Can I see the requirements again? So if you just played cards, doesn't have to be a follower. Okay, maybe it's not too bad. At first, I was thinking of like just followers, like playing followers, or if they're destroyed on the field. But no, you just gotta play the cards with different cost. It's not too bad to activate. I don't know, we'll see. It's just I feel like it's so specific, like one of those decks where it feels extremely specific to like pull off. And I feel like if you're going that way, kind of like the duplicate thing on Portalcraft, I feel like that's when I start to question if the cards are good or not. But yeah, I think really the only one that seems pretty good for me is this one. Everything else, I mean, it does seem like very gimmicky. Like you gotta play a certain play style and stuff. But yeah, there you have it. Uh, but yeah, man, that is it for my first look into this. Yeah, Portalcraft so far is the worst one. I think Neutral is around there, but I think Portalcraft is worse. I think just Izadin is the best one here, in my opinion. Maybe some other ones like the Twin Drone Engineer, that's pretty good as well. Maybe the Blade Puppeteer. Yeah, pretty much anyone related to the whole no duplicate thing. I think those are like the worst cards. I mean, who knows? Maybe there's some good cards. Maybe this can work. It's just it feels extremely gimmicky. Like too much on the meme side of things, in my opinion. But yeah, who knows? Maybe I might be wrong, and this might be really good. It's just I can't imagine it in my mind right now. Let's see, we got Havencraft here. This card might be really good. I feel like this is a pretty much like a future-proof card, in my opinion. This one specifically. And then also, you got this as well. This is also pretty good as well. I think these two might be future-proof, like Herald and the Executor. Abysscraft, yeah, dude, this card I feel like I might use a lot. I think this card here is gonna be what I will be using a lot to make people into Mordecai. I think that'll be pretty awesome. So far, Abysscraft is my favorite. Dragoncraft, I think it's also pretty cool, but like I need to see it in action when it comes to Wardhaven. I feel like that'll be the only problem. But yeah, we'll see if they also have like other options when it comes to the Storm to make the secondary effect work for them. Yeah, Runecraft seems pretty fun. You just pretty much summon this guy a bunch and you do a lot of good things with it. Swordcraft here, it's got the pirate flag. I do want to see how like this works because I feel like this might clog up the field. It is a large countdown. I know you can play some spells to lower it. I'm just wondering like how fast can you make room on the field to play other followers? You know, that's the only thing I'm kind of like worried about right now when it comes to that. And then finally, Forestcraft, back to the beginning here, where I kind of forgot like what they do. All right, they're like combo heavy. I think they're pretty much like a good addition to the combo cards that we have, like based on my memories of it. But yeah, there you have it, guys. That is it for my first look into the Revenants of Azvaldt. But yeah, man, can't wait to play these cards, especially with the Abysscraft, and also just adding Izadin to my artifact cards because that's the one I want to main in this game as well. So yeah, man, can't wait, man, to play these cards. They're back, and yeah, man, I've always liked the aesthetic of the Azvaldt cards, but man, I gotta say, man, Portalcraft, extremely disappointed with the effects. I don't remember they ever had this effect before back in the first game with the no duplicate stuff. I was more focused on Kirzel, or I guess in this case now it's Izadin. But yeah, like it oh yeah, it feels pretty bad, man. Like it feels pretty bad when it comes to the Portalcraft cards because I feel like half of them I just don't really like them a lot. But who knows? They could be good. It's just I mean, yeah, maybe like there might be like a lot of like other cards that can help out. I just can't think of it on my mind of like a whole deck where you just have like one of everything. The thing is, you really want to get this guy out as soon as possible, and you have like a 3 out of 40 chance to like draw it from your deck. So I feel like as soon as possible, you just want to get this guy out, and then that's when you can make this deck like really work well. But I feel like it's so specific, man. Just like with the requirements on this one here, and also this card here. Anyway, guys, yeah, there you have it. And yeah, that was my first look into this whole card set of Revenants of Azvaldt. So that'll be it for now, guys. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good